Hi friends, welcome back. So we're talking about market manipulation, insider trading, and Warren Buffett. What do these things have in common? Well, watch the video and let's just jump right in. First, Roaring Kitty. You guys remember this? This was the tweet on May 13th, and essentially it was a person sitting forward in a chair, and they were holding a game controller. I guess that means that we need to buy GameStop, right? And that's what people did the last couple of days. That was the pump part of the session. Now, the last couple of days, we're in the dump part of the session. So this is clearly a pump and dump. And the question is like, okay, is this part of our markets? Is this going to be like this, through the rest of human history? Maybe, guys, maybe with the social media and sort of the speed that we can buy, equities on our phone. This might be our current world. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Regardless, this is what it is. I want to also show you guys this. I have an account on Twitter/X. I have never tweeted anything out on this thing, and I don't have any verified followers. However, if you actually look at my followers, I have all these hot girls that like to follow my account that's never tweeted anything. And yes, I'm sure they're all bots. Unfortunately, this is the world that we live in. It's hard to tell what is real, what is not real. And moreover, this really caught my attention. I want to go over with you guys. I'll read the headline here. It says, Reddit users are questioning if it's really Keith Gill behind the memes that sparked the latest GameStop rally. Meaning that, yes, we saw the Roaring Kitty account tweet out the picture, and that's a good way to say it, the account, but was it actually him? Because I also saw people were talking about, is this guy involved with insider trading? Is he manipulating the market? It may not even be him tweeting out this picture. There's this artist person named Schlams. We don't know if this person's telling the truth or not. I'm just giving you, I don't know either. But I can tell you that the person tweeted out, they said they had a message from Roaring Kitty, and they said, I guess they tweeted Roaring Kitty saying, or Keith saying, would you be interested in selling this account? Notice you haven't posted in a while and would be willing to make a serious offer. And then I guess the reply was, if you're serious, then yes, I would potentially entertain an offer. My email is X. So that was back in April 24th. You guys can make the decision if this is authentic or not. I mean, it's hard to say, right? In this world where you can fake things, it's hard to say. I guess this particular account or person, artist has done hoaxes in the past, so who knows? Is the hoax buying the GameStop account, and then basically if you've been looking at it lately, or not the GameStop, the Roaring Kitty account you've been looking at lately, they've just been tweeting out all sorts of movie scenes. That's it. It's like, okay, no messages, movie scenes. And then I guess there's the other thing called Polymarket. There's some sort of crypto thing or whatever, and they're saying they're involved with this stuff. Again, who knows? I'm showing you guys this stuff because this is our markets. We're dealing with people are buying crap based on like pictures of stuff. And we saw this before with the whole Elon Musk, tweeting out Doge stuff, and people would just buy that. And it's like ridiculous, right? I'm sure you guys see this. Again, some people hate it, some people love it. I'll just say this is what it is. Moreover, when I wanted to mention the insider trading stuff, is I guess there's this hedge fund called Renaissance Technology. They bought a whole bunch of GameStop and AMC before the rally. Could they be involved with part of the pumping? Certainly they could be, right? They're never going to tell you the truth in these things. Of course not, right? I mean, they're not going to say, hey guys, we illegally manipulate stuff. Of course I'm not going to say that. But that's the market that we live in, and I just want you to raise your attention to these kind of things because it also relates to, on the channel, we talk about the Elon Musk and his pay package stuff. The basic gist of this is that I feel like with this whole must pay thing, it was all about inflating the stock price so he could get his money. And moreover, they were teaming up with ARK Invest, which I've talked about before on this channel as well. Don't think that this stuff doesn't go on. It certainly does, right? People are willing to go out on TV and just make up a bunch of crap for money. And because we're talking about so much money that, people will do anything for these kind of things, and they'll literally just lie to your face. And then what's more crazy, which I understand the logic of it, is someone's like, whoa, wow, if I can tell lies in public and get rich, wow, I'm just going to do that. and then you follow, the channel/celebrity that tells the best lies, and you just go along with it because everyone's making money. And moreover, which is even more crazy, you get these people who, and this is the question I posed to you. This is the Meet Kevin guy a couple weeks ago. He tweeted out, I guess he did some sort of call on Tesla, made $500,000, right? $500,000. And the question would be, is this guy really lucky or just a little bit too lucky? And the reason why I mention that is because if you understand what happened was it was like late on a Friday. I guess the Kevin guy got his a call option on Tesla, and then it was announced shortly thereafter that Elon was taking a trip to China. And we know Kevin has a relationship with ARK Invest, and I'll let you guys decide what to make of that. I'm just showing you what's factual, and then also too I'm saying this world does exist. For example, in this situation, if you knew ahead of time that Elon was going to take a trip to China, because say you had a friend that worked at ARK Invest, right? And your friend's like, hey, Elon's getting on a plane, but they're not going to announce it for the next 24 hours or whatever. So make your moves. These things happen. Normally, though, with this kind of stuff, and I'll play both devil's advocate and pro on devil's advocate side of, say, Kevin is completely just really, really lucky, nothing shady, just lucky. You wouldn't make it public like this, right? But it's hard to say because some people they can't control their hard word to say, they're braggadocious. Is that a word? They can't control their need to brag to everybody. Or they can't control their need to boast to everyone. So, who knows this situation, but I'll just say this stuff does go on. The other crazy thing about this thing as well is, like, guys, we talk about crypto and this crazy world, and it's related to the roaring kitty stuff or whatever. It turns out that, like, there gets to be legitimacy about these things when people say, oh, well, they're making money, I want to jump in too. This is also a story coming out today. I guess the state of Wisconsin, and that's Bucky Badger if you don't know, at the University of Wisconsin, but the state of Wisconsin, I guess, is using pension fund money to buy Bitcoin ETFs, $163 million worth of it. So it goes back to, well, I mean, I know that, Bitcoin's all a joke, but it's not a joke if people are making money, right? So I'm not in this stuff, but I'm just saying people like big money is really getting into this stuff. I guess this Wisconsin, and if you're like me, who's trying to keep a sane face, like, keep some sanity in these markets, it's hard to do when you see GameStop going up, like whatever, 300% in a day, or, whatever crazy numbers that it went. And now you see, pension funds, the state pension buying into crypto. And I guess Virginia pension fund is looking into doing it also. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, so then, and I want to bring the Warren Buffett up stuff. And so then when I bring up, like, I guess Warren Buffett is buying Chubb, I can totally understand, like, it's not fun for the kids to talk about these kind of things, right? Because you see all these people getting rich by all kinds of ways, right? Be it honest ways or dishonest ways. And again, I'll let you guys make the decision on which is honest or dishonest. But we live in this sort of world where I guess people just want the bottom line, and that's it. The thing I will say, guys, and this is something that I really want to stress with you, when you do these kind of crazy gamble things, just understand that this is a gamble. Okay? I want to make that really clear. Yes, you can make money on it, but yes, you can lose money. In fact, you can lose all your money on it. So just be very, very careful with this stuff. Also understand, again, with the ARK Invest and Tesla people, they don't necessarily tell you the truth, but it's not just them. It's a lot of people play this game because essentially we're talking about real money here. And I talk about the Warren Buffett stuff because I want to say, guys, all these things are included in the same market. That's why our markets are so interesting to watch, because they all exist or coexist together. Now, why is Warren Buffett buying Chubb? It's an insurance play. It's the last 5 years is up 82%. You guys can see it here. It goes that direction. It's a relatively safe play, and Warren Buffett's not going to buy something like this and be playing it for a week. I think he has like $6.7 billion in this thing. So for these kind of people, it's hard to move in and out of positions, so they can't actually buy everything. So for them, this is just the kind of stuff that he gets. And for some people, if you value sleeping well at night, if you don't want to lose ever, right? Because you can make money trading, say for example, your whatever doggy coins or GameStop that you want to do, you can make money doing that, but you can lose. Whereas this kind of stuff is that's more gambling. This is more investment where you're just piling in your money and growing it over time. Yes, it won't be sexy. Yes, it won't be exciting, but you're not gambling. And this is something that I want you to be thinking about. What kind of investor are you? Are you someone who wants to ensure 100% that you're going to be okay in the future, or do you want to take risks and gambles on it? I think the reason why people like to take the gambles is because they want to essentially win today, and they don't want to wait. They don't have the patience, and also too, it's exciting and fun. I understand that, And you got to make the decision with what's best for you. I just want to go over these things to let you know that there are other worlds out there that do exist. I was looking at this sort of like grades on Chubb. It's profitable, it grows, it's got decent momentum. Valuation wasn't so great, but I think going back to what Warren Buffett, they like to be in stuff that makes money. They think it's a quality company, got a good balance sheet, that kind of stuff. That's what they're looking for. I want to say though, however, they don't get everything right. For example, they bought Paramount, which was one of the Hollywood studios, right? And they ended up losing a bunch of money on this. I don't remember how much exactly they lost, but this was a quote from Warren Buffett. We lost quite a bit of money. And he even says, I was 100% responsible for the Paramount decision. Buffett said, it was 100% my decision, and we've sold it all, and we've lost quite a bit of money. To be fair to Buffett, and also when Charlie Munger was alive, these guys, what I've always appreciated about them is they were humble about this kind of stuff, right? And they say, hey, we're not always right. And I noticed that, and I'm not going to play any clips from it, but I'll just say I noticed that there were YouTube channels out there claiming that they're awesome at trading, and they bought GameStop at the very bottom and then they sold it at the very top, and yet if you watch the video every day, they just tell you that they're buying every day. So it's obviously a lie what they're telling you, right? Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? So don't believe everything that people say out there, and just be careful. If you want to take the safe route, like literally you can see everything that Warren Buffett has in a portfolio, and you can learn from these kind of things, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Yes, you can win in the short term. Yes, you can. But always, like my suggestion for this kind of stuff, just always be happy with some green. Don't get too greedy on these things because you can get burnt really, really quickly. Also, too, the sort of later that you hear about said thing, you're less chance of success, right? So early you get in, but then, obviously you wouldn't hear about it, right? So that's where it goes back to the insider trading kind of thing. And that's why I wanted to mention to you guys, these things do go on. People get sort of tips, a couple hours before, like, hey, Elon's taking a trip, time to get in, right? That kind of stuff. Or for example, hey, so-and-so bought an account. I think they're going to tweet out tomorrow, and people will pile in. So, it's hard to say exactly who's insider trading, who's not. But I'll just say this stuff does go on. And the other thing is too, which is regarding, say, Warren Buffett's situation for him, which is actually really funny. He's got to keep his purchases really secret. So he tried to keep this Chubb purchase secret for a long time because they're accumulating shares, right? And then once it leaks out that they've been, like a whole bunch of it, they have like, over $6 billion of this stuff. Then everyone starts buying it also because they know it's a fairly safe one. They go, oh, if Warren Buffett likes it, I'll like it too. And so I wouldn't necessarily say that in that situation, Buffett, in the Chubb situation, Buffett's insider trading, but I'll say it is kind of a form of market manipulation in the sense that we all just follow Buffett, right? And so you can't escape any of these kind of things because these are sort of the things that do move the market, right? The big names that say if they're buying X the same way Warren Kitty does, the same way Warren Buffett does move the market, and you do want to pay attention to stuff. And it makes it just a really crazy world that we live in. So anyway, I just wanted to share some thoughts on these things and sort of try to make the distinction between gambling versus investing, why people are attracted to both. And you got to make the decision what is best for you. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Please share your thoughts on this subject, and I'll catch you next video.